Everyone, it's been a while since I recorded a video, but today I'm going to actually do a collection video as requested by a Twitter user, Elsie Gatsu. Apologies for noises. I no longer live in a house. I live in an apartment, so there's a lot of noise always. So I'm gonna split this video into like 3 sections because I have a quite big collection. So the first part is going to be my binder cards. I have 4 binders to show. I'm gonna also do my ultra rares for my decks because I have a lot in there that'll kind of be mixed in. And then I have a sealed collection. So the sealed collection I'll have to do a separate part, and then the final part will be just my Celebi collection because I collect a lot of Celebi cards and merchandise. So without further ado, I guess we'll get right into the first binder. So on the first page of the first binder, we have my small EX collection. I used to have more. They're starting to go up in price though, so a few have sold, unfortunately. But what I have right now, well, I guess fortunately for my money's sake, but unfortunately for the collection's sake, we have a Kabutops EX from Sandstorm. I got that way back in the day. A Chansey EX, got that back in the dollar bin way back in the day, so that was a win. Salamence EX is probably my favorite one here. I'm a big Salamence fan as well, one of my favorite Pokemon. We have a Sneasel EX, another one that I got for really cheap back in the day. And then these 3 promos right here, these were all $1 each. Very recently. They're not very expensive cards because they're just Nintendo promos, I guess. I don't know where they came from exactly, but I picked them up because they're very cheap. So, moving on. We got some level X's here from Gen 4. Have a few more of these, and I'm a bigger fan of these than the EXs. I think EXs were better mechanically, but level X's were cooler in my opinion, because that's what I grew up by, I guess. So we have one of my Salamences and one of my Flygons over here. Flygon is probably my favorite level X, tied with maybe a Salamence and Gardevoir, which you'll of course see. We have the Palkia. I was gonna sell this a while ago because it is like a $25 card and it's like near mint condition, but it's actually part of a World's Winning deck that I eventually want to build, so I'll keep that around. We have one of 2 Heatrans. This is the set one. I do also have the promo that'll be coming up. We have the Gardevoir level X right here. This is another one of the really good level X's and one of my favorites. Got another Salamence level X. Got a Shaman level X. I got that from a friend. This Flygon right here is actually a Worlds promo, but nothing special. But I got it for 2 cents. So, I mean, it's 2 cents. I'm gonna definitely take that. Cresselia and Magnezone. Actually, Magnezone was my first ever ultra rare I pulled as a child, so that's really cool. I'm glad I still have that. The Cresselia I actually pulled like 3 years ago, 4 years ago, I guess at this point. Got the very last of the old packs left after the Pokemon Go destroyed everything, and I was able, out of 2 Great Encounters packs, to pull a Cresselia level X in a Darkrai Holo. Still do have the Darkrai, but that's in... won't be showing off my Holo rares really in this video. I don't really have old Holo rares or anything like that. I just kind of have ones that are a little bit beat up and some Diamond and Pearl era stuff. This Mismagius level X is actually a trade I got from another YouTuber. Traded him some PTCGO cards for this. His name is Jordan Japan. I don't think he uploads anymore though, unfortunately. I did like his content back in the day. Ending off the level X section. Oh, the binder's falling over. You can tell I'm very prepared, huh? So we have the other Heatran. That is the promo one. Staraptor, I actually pulled that back in the day. Honchkrow was only like $3. That was also a cheap pickup. Magmortar, another cheap pickup, was only a few dollars because it's in pretty bad shape. Lucario's in alright shape, but I got that from a trade. Same with the Tangrowth. Giratina is actually a really cool one. Not very good, but got that from a friend of mine when he quit playing. Arceus is a pull. I don't mind explaining all these, I guess, but Garchomp level X, another great one. This used to be the best deck, basically, when that was around. This may look like a full set of Arceuses right here, which is, I mean, I wish I had a full set of Arceuses. We're actually missing the normal one, which is probably the best artwork on any of them, so eventually I'll buy it, because it's very nice. This is the promo normal one for now. Much worse if you ask me. attack-wise, art-wise, stuff like that. I really like Mitsuhiro Arita's art on the normal type 1. We have some primes here. These are another Gen 4 Diamond Pearl era stuff from the Heart Gold Soul Silver sets. Not really anything special here, even duplicates of Crobat. Just primes are kind of cool. I don't have many of them left. I think I sold a lot of them when I was a kid, unfortunately. I used to have a lot of valuable primes that I didn't know because I was too young to really know. My only complete legend is Entei Raikou. Used to have like 5 complete legends. Don't know where they all went. Probably sold them, frankly. I sold a lot of cards when I was younger to the card store so I could buy more packs. Got some Elf lithographs. Top half of Rayquaza Deoxys I got for like $5. There's this really weird pop-up shop in my mall that had Pokemon cards a little bit, and they were either 5 cents or $5. So there's a lot of cards that were really overpriced, but this card was like a $15 card and priced $5. Okay, that's fine. Got a bunch of random XY era full arts here. Nothing really to say on these. There's a Celebi outside of the Celebi collection because I have multiple of those ones. So I figured I'd just put it back in the binder. We do... Oh, come on now. We're going to back up the binder a little bit. We have the character rares. I like these quite a bit. The missing 2 ones are Piplup and Mimikyu, but I actually have them on the way. They're just coming all the way from Britain, so they'll take a while. From a trade from Twitter user Poketage. So go follow him, I suppose, if you don't know who he is. And yeah, I mean, I really like the character rares. Cosmic Eclipse is a great set. A lot of really nice cards in there, so it was something I really wanted when they were only like $1. I picked up quite a few of them, pulled a lot of them myself too. We have some of the Japanese ones. I opened up 2 boxes of Dream League. Unfortunately, I didn't get a Steelix, but did get a Lana. Also have a Coughing. That'll be in one of my favorites binders. The last binder I show will show a lot of really, really nice cards. This is kind of just like a stability binder that doesn't change too much, so I put everything that not really working on collecting here, but we got some random stamped cards here. I like stamped cards. I don't really collect them, I'd say, but if I see them for like $1, I'll pick them up. We got a bunch of Toys R Us ones at the bottom half of the page, and some store promos. The Destiny Deoxys movie promo, and the Pikachu is actually from the Blu-ray. Had to get that. I gave the Blu-ray to my little siblings, but I stole the promo, so I'm mean, I guess. We have, on this side, a few more stamped promos from Detective Pikachu stuff and the Groudon store promo. And down here, actually, we have the Eevee and the Bulbasaur. These are actually General Mills promos, and I have a few more General Mills promos, but these are really the only ones that are worth anything. Eevee, not so much anymore, but the Bulbasaur is actually worth like $10, I think. I got a few more cards that I'm going to show real quick. I'm going to take them out of my deck thing before we move on to the pre-release promos, so we'll be right back with that. Alrighty, so I decided not to do like a whole like deck showcase in this. That would take quite a long time. I have quite a few decks, and they're not really official decks. That me and my friends just play whatever we want, because that's what makes it most fun. So we have a Jirachi. This is one of those XY full art promos. Would have gone with the other ones if it was in the binder, but it's a good card, so I'm using it in a deck. Another one I have. There's actually quite a lot of these. We have 4 of the Generations full art Pikachus. Kind of a random card, but I like the art, so I picked it up for my Circle Circuit Raichu deck. We have some of these Eevees, more of the Energy Evolution ones. These ones are the McDonald's promos, both in really good shape, besides the fact I've played with them a little, but they are double sleeved in my Whimsicott sleeve, so, and with a character sleeve on top, so they're in good shape. And this is actually in a different binder, but I kind of just have a random head ringer here. I know I have the other jamming net too, just kind of random cards from the XY era that I bought because they're like less than $1. Why not have them both? So you'll see the other one later on. Anyway, on to the pre-release promos. I don't really collect pre-release promos, but I buy some ones I think I'll use. A lot of times I don't end up using them, but we have Misty Seadro. You have the Cinccino from Sword and Shield, good card. Shiinotic, Melmetal, that was what were they thinking making Melmetal a pre-release promo? I get it's a popular Pokemon, but like all 3 of the other decks in that pre-release Unbroken Bonds were all fire type. I got eviscerated in that pre-release. It was not funny. Also got no pulls. We got Aegislash from XY, bought it for like $1. I didn't play during XY. Got some Kyogres from Celestial Storm, good card. Got Viper and Tapu Lele. I thought the Tapu Lele might be good. It was not. Now we have some other ones. We have some Guardians Rising and Ultra Prism ones. I own a lot of Guardians Rising and Ultra Prism. Weirdly enough, because a lot of them are really cheap. I like the Sandslash quite a bit though. Some Rebel Clash promos as well. I opened 2 of those. Got Garbodor, which is nice. Trevenant also. And another Cinccino. I know I got some more pre-release promos to show, so I'll be back in a sec. Alrighty, just 3 more pre-release promos to show that aren't in the binder. These are in all in one deck, actually. Like I said, my decks aren't good, so don't expect anything crazy, but we have one of the Team of Jirachi, an actually good card. One of the Manectric. This one was kind of fun, so I threw it in. Why not? And one of the Fiona, another actually good card. I prefer the reverse holo regular version though, because the art on the pre-release one is alright, but not anything special. So, anyway, moving on. I think, yep, we got one more page here for this binder. This binder's a little bit smaller than the others. I'm still working on this one. We just have some random XY evolution stuff. We have a lot of the promos that just come in the middle of the pack. Why not just throw them in here? We have 2 Mews at the bottom. These ones, I like this Mew Holo quite a bit. The one on the left is Japanese. I got that in the trade with Jordan Japan that I spoke of earlier. We also have the Mew on the right I got in the 2-cent bin. As funny as it seems being a first place league trophy, but 2 cents, I'll take it. Whoever decided to give it up, their loss. And yeah, that's all for this binder, so I'm gonna get another binder and we'll start on that one. Alrighty, so we're here with Binder 2. Binder 2 kind of contains some cards that aren't really like the peak of rarity, but are cool nonetheless. So, I mean, you'll see that kind of first page. We have the A-Spec cards. I am quite a big fan of A-Specs. Actually, my binder's trying to close itself, so we're gonna find something to stop that. That work. Here, we'll use a full deck box. That'll stop it from closing, hopefully. So A-Spec cards are probably one of the best mechanics introduced. I wish they would redo them so we can get another computer search print that's modern. I also just buy some of them just because they're like 50 cents for the bad ones, so picked up some extra copies of like the Victory Piece and Crystal Edge cards just because they look very cool. I'm a big fan of the black and white holo style, especially on the entire card. I also have a lot of Life Dew because that's one of my favorite ones. So we're gonna turn to the next page where we have more. Oh boy, come on now, stay open. More Victory Pieces, some G-Scopes, got 4 of those, a Crystal Ball, only 1 of those, Gold Potion, and Dowsing Machine. Dowsing Machine's actually a good one, one of the good ones. Life Dew is also pretty good, but Dowsing Machine's like top 2 A-Specs. I just don't really have any decks I want to use it in, so it goes in here. Also have the ones from my deck ready and pulled out. We have 3 Life Dews that I use in the decks currently. Again, look at just how cool the holofoil pattern is on these. They're just fully lined holofoil. Very cool. I have a Gold Potion that I use in one of my decks. Not a great one, but not the worst A-Spec. A Master Ball. I really like this one. Not very good again, but nonetheless very pretty card. And Scoop Up Cyclone. I should probably buy more of these. This one's actually pretty beat up too. Probably see that dent right there. I just got this for free though, so I'm not going to complain. It's a pretty nice looking card. So, moving on from those, I think Prism Stars is next. Yes. And I have quite a bit of Prism Stars because I collected a lot during this era, during the Mid-Sun and Moon era. Big fan of Prism Stars too, kind of in the same way of A-Specs. They were a really good mechanic, and the Pokemon were actually usable, so. We have a lot of Beast Energies. I got these from it was the Alternate Necrozma deck. I bought those because they had Jirachis in them, and I'd sell the Jirachis and keep the rest. As scummy as it sounds, the Jirachis were going for a lot. Got a lot of Super Boost energy. You'll see a lot of Ultra Prism stuff because I really like that set. Pull a lot of it. Got some Life Forests. Those are also very good. Some Lance, Lusamine, and Cyrus. Got more Cyruses too. Beast Energies, and another Lusamine. Just, again, these cards were really easy to pull, and why not? I like them, so. Ooh, Binder fell. Let's reposition you. Please. Thank you. Kind of. It's still falling, but we'll make do. So we have some more over here. We also have a Japanese Volcanion that I pulled from one of my boxes. We have Thunder Mountain. Sorry for the glare, by the way. Thunder Mountain here. Wondrous Labyrinth is probably the best trainer one, if you ask me. Got some Pokemon now. We got like Lunala, Shaman, some Arceus, Giratina. Just a bunch of the Pokemon one, frankly. Got Tapu Kokos, got some Super Boosts, some Ditto Prisms, that's a really good one. Diancie is another good one. Black Market, Latias, and Xerneas. I think there's one more page of these. Yep, one tiny page. Just 2 more Dittos and a Victini. Do actually have some ones from the decks, though, to show off once again. So, because, like I said, these cards are actually good without being too overpowered, because you can't play 4 of them, so I like pulling them in some of my decks with friends. We have Shaman, Life Forest, Heat Factory, Beast Energy, sorry, didn't have that centered, Tapu Koko, a Victini, we got a Ditto, Super Boost, another Ditto, Black Market, we have a Darkrai, a Solgaleo, big fan of this one, we have a Cyrus, and a Wondrous Labyrinth, again with my very nice Whimsicott sleeves on them. Very proud of owning those Whimsicott sleeves. One of my favorite pieces of my collection. As you can see, Blinding You is break cards. I'm not a big fan of breaks as a whole. The mechanic is cool, being like a level X sort of, but not limiting the space in your deck. Would be cool if they brought something like that back again, but with power creep it'd be overwhelming, I'm sure. And it'd probably only be on ultra rares and basics, so you know how the Pokemon cards go. Just have a few of them here, not really going to highlight them. If I had to say a favorite break, though, I really like Carbink break. Big fan of Carbink in general. The break was nice. And I just picked up most of these because they're like less than $1, even still, just because most of them are not very good. I think you're only going to pay $1 for like Zoroark break and Greninja break. They're probably the only ones you really pay for. So more break cards over here. They're kind of ugly too. I'm not a big fan of just solid gold Pokemon. The gimmick's okay, but whatever. Got some extra character rares here. Got an extra Japanese Stoutland as well. I should point out that one's different. Rest of them, though, just extra character rares I have. I have a lot of Coughing because I'm a big fan of that art, even if it's not like highlighted here. And a lot of Wishy-Washy. I used to play them in a deck, but not anymore. So there's the last of the Coughing and the Wishy-Washy. Do I have anything to show from the decks here? I don't think so. So we're going to move on to small shinies from the Hidden Fates set. Used to have more of these, but a lot of them have been traded or sold. So I only have, still a fair bit, but I'll probably buy more because a lot of them are like $1. So got 2 Ralts, some Zorua, Dartrix, Rangaroo and Sudowoodo are both very good. Sviper as well. I like Hidden Fates a lot. Enjoyed opening it back in the day. Sad I can't really find it because it's been scalped to all hell. We have Kirlia and Celesteela, some Magneton, Magnezone, Noibats, Frogadier, and Diancie. Another Wimpod over here. We actually have a Japanese Kartana, big fan of that. A Japanese Sudowoodo up there as well, and a Japanese Shuppet. For a while, I did not think we were going to get the set in English from how long it took to get out, so I bought a lot of my favorite ones in Japanese. We have a Gibble and a Rockruff up there. From my decks, I don't really have a lot of shiny Pokemon in my decks, just because a lot of them are based on good Pokemon. I don't always play good Pokemon. So we have 2 shiny Beldums and the shiny Vulpix. I'm a big fan of this Vulpix from this era. I'll just search 2 Pokemon for free. That was a really nice card though. Big fan of that, just consistency boost. Wouldn't really work anymore though. So, until the end of this binder, there's not really much here. Except for there's V cards at the very end of the binder. Now V cards are probably, I say they're a step down from GXs in terms of like quality, but the full arts look nice again at least. Where GXs we didn't really get nice full arts until the alternate art era. So, oh boy, this thing's probably gonna fall. So, just gonna quickly show them. We have Regirock, some Keldeos, Sableye, Stonejourner, and I like the full arts like I said, so we got 3 full arts right here, all very pretty, and Toxtricity. And on this side we have a Korean Ampharos, and the rest of them are English, actually Korean Togekiss too. Another full art, and just a lot of promo ones or Champion's Path ones. I've sold a lot of my V cards off that I won't use just because a lot of them are really bad. I have Aegislash VMAX here, Talonflame, that's a good one, and Colossal. So that's the end of that binder, but we do have a few Vs to show off that I use in my decks. Don't use a lot, and don't use any VMAXs because I try to keep away from too much power creep in the decks because not all my friends buy current cards. So we have 2 Tapu Kokos, 1 Sableye V, and 1 Scissor V. Scissor V is not very good, frankly, but it's the kind of card that I like that just does a lot of disruption, and I do like disruptive cards a lot. Along with that, forgot to show it in the small shiny section. Doesn't really count. I don't really have a place for Shining Legends cards because I only have 1 other Shining Legends shiny Pokemon. This is just Shining Genesect that I use in a deck. So there that one is. So on to the third binder. So we're back with the third binder. The third binder is just GXs and EXs. That's it. Used to have the binder almost filled, but I sold off quite a few of them. Now this is a very pretty front page. I like a lot of the GXs. Again, got some Whimsicott, another one of my favorite Pokemon. Kartana, used to have every Kartana in English. Got some alternate arts here as well. These bird trios are like $50 now. Alternate art Vileplume, also a very pretty card. The Eevee Snorlax, I like that one quite a bit. And this is actually a Japanese Jirachi that I pulled from a Tag All-Stars box. Good set. Wish we got all the stuff in English, but no, of course not. Have just a bunch of regular GXs. A lot of them are Japanese, but I'm not going to feel like highlighting them all. So I'll just kind of pan these out. GXs were pretty common to pull from packs, so not a lot of special stuff here. There's a few playable ones here that I keep around just because I do eventually want to go back and play more of the format, because I'm a big fan of GXs in general. Other than Zoroark GX. I have 2 of them, but I hate Zoroark GX. It's the worst card ever printed for a format. 2 of the shiny Darkrai's, actually, those are cool. Got those for like $1 each. Some expanded stuff too with Marshadow. And some Dedennes mixed in with the other ones. Dedennes are really, really good. Probably will be one of the best cards for a while now. Now that Shaman EX is banned and expanded. Got some more full art ones over here with the Eevee. Some alternate arts too. Some alternate art Giratina Garchomp. Big fan of that one. Did play it in the deck for a while, but it was really, really powerful for the kind of level that me and my friends play it. So I dismantled the deck. Got a Salamence, 2 of them actually, and the Zoroark. One of those Salamence boxes was the worst box I think I've ever opened. Dragon Majesty, got 5 Feraligatr hollows, giving that there's a hollow in every pack, and they were all the same Feraligatr. That was very painful. Just another page of some full arts though. I really like Kingdra GX as well. Not a very good card on its own, but with like expanded, very good. We have some more Japanese stuff on this page, along with a few English ones mixed in. Bird Trio, Leafeons as well. Used to have quite a bit of Leafeon. I don't know why. I somehow, I opened up Ultra Prism and I pulled like one of every GX, except for Leafeon where I had 10. Don't ask me how I had those pull rates, but I did. I also pulled the full art one. So now we're going to EXs. So EXs I'm also a big fan of, mainly though if they're from the Black and White era. I could care less about most of the X and Y era EXs. So we have a Tracheon full art there. Alrighty, we're back from that mishap. So we have some of the secret rares from the XY era that I was able to get. I pulled the Volcanion, the other ones I just bought. I did have an Alakazam deck at one point, but didn't really enjoy playing decks. Mega decks are really, really boring. Same with like kind of the format we're in right now. We're in a very similar format to XY in the way that VMAXs are very similar to Mega Pokemon, just a lot more powerful, and a lot of the stuff with Eternatus, with Mega Rayquaza, we have Shaman in the form, Crobat. The format's very similar to X and Y, and that's kind of a bad thing. I don't really like the X and Y format for the most part. But regardless, I don't want to ramble on for too long. Got a few Gardevoirs here. I collected those from the XY era because they were very cheap back in like 2017. Got Meloetta. This is actually a new edition. I'm trying to get all the Radiant collection and Black and White era stuff. Because Black and White's a very good era. Not for competitive maybe, but I like a lot of the cards. Mewtwo from Breakthrough, good full art that I pulled. Sylveon and Magearna full arts as well. This side, we have two Steelix, and we have the Manaphy EX. We have Plasma Deoxys. This used to be a $70 card back in the day. Almost 80 at one point. This is like the best card in the game for like a set or two. Along with that, a Kyurem EX full art from the Black and White era. I think it was our first ever full art EX between my friend group. I don't think I pulled it though. I think it was one of my friends. And actually Dialga Plasma. I really like a lot of the Plasma EX full arts. They're very, very pretty. Back when 5-band graphics was actually good, and now they make paper mache. So we have some more promo from the Black and White era. I buy a lot of cheap promo EXs if I can, just because I do intend to go back and play that era. But I can't afford a lot of the real stuff, unfortunately. So I have some full arts from the X and Y era too, just kind of randomly chucked in, along with some more Radiant Collection stuff. We have just some more promo EXs and some cheap ones, along with the Japanese Mewtwo. I think I got that from Jordan Japan again. And just some random full art pulls and Kyurem. Big fan of that Kyurem EX, but not a very good card overall, unfortunately. So we have some more Black and White era stuff actually here, pretty exciting. Along with another Mewtwo full art. Like the Hydreigon EX quite a bit, that gives cheap retreat to your Dragon Pokemon. Sad the Dragon Pokemon are gone. The Radiant Collection Mew is actually pretty rare and valuable, so that's pretty neat. Wasn't rare when it first came out though. Some more Black and White era stuff. Oop, come on, page. And we got Articuno. Keldeos are like $1, so I picked those up, of course. These Yveltals are... I usually wouldn't pick up a bunch of X and Y era stuff, but the very beginning of X and Y era isn't too bad. These are 29 cents for the promo. They're just in bad shape. So it's a good deck, so I can play it maybe someday. Got some Rayquazas, more Mega Alakazams. Like I said, I had that deck at one point. And just some random other EXs along with the Cresselia full art from the Black and White era, which I did pull. Big fan of the Cresselia EX. Oh boy, computer's getting loud again. Gotta love it. Probably need to replace a fan in that thing. We got a few more GXs from the... A few GXs and EXs actually to show off before I go on to the main binder. Let me get those set aside. Actually, I'm gonna go fix the computer real quick, and then we'll get to it. Alrighty then, starting with the GXs, have quite a few, because like I said, I'm a big fan of the GXs mechanically. We have Celebi Venusaur, probably one of the only tag teams I play, because they're very broken, but this one's not so much. Got a Rainbow Rare Virizion, big fan of Virizion, and this one's pretty. Rainbow Rare Lurantis, probably my favorite GX ever printed, I think. Maybe tied with like Whimsicott. This was a lot of fun to play in the very beginning formats of the Sun and Moon, and can still be played because of my friends don't really, care too much about competitive cards, so I can kind of play what I want. Have a Zeraora GX, good free retreater. This one's actually absolutely destroyed. Not sure if you can see the condition too well on the sleeve, but I got it from my brother, so that's to be expected. He's like 6. We have Ampharos GX. I'm a big fan of this one too. Not a very great card, but good in a, not hyper offensive format that we play with my friends. Just a very fun card in general. Got Oricorio GX, another great card. Got 2 Weavile GXs here. Play them in my Dark Box deck. 2 Honchkrow GXs as well. Play in the Dark Box deck. Have a Dedenne, previously seen that. A Lucario Melmetal. Got a Mawile GX. Now it's starting to actually look like a good deck, but no, I play Metagross GX, not Zacian V with those cards. Now we got the Whimsicott stuff, which includes 3 full art Whimsicots. Big fan of Whimsicott, as you can probably tell. And a Sylveon full art card as well. Sylveon and Whimsicott are like the last bastions for me of the fairy type, being that it's now gone. Don't ask me why Pokemon did that, but they did. And we have some EXs as well. We have Virizion EX. We have Darkrai EX. Shaman EX. I need to buy more of these. These are actually, I'm going to show that up close. That's a very pretty card. Got Mega Rayquaza in the background and all that. And Florges EX full art. So, speaking of EXs, I have something cool to show next, but I'm going to need to make a cut to do that. Alrighty then, so, you saw the green deck box before when I was holding the thing open. This will eventually be a much cooler deck box once the Japan shipping rates go down from coronavirus. Oops, I said it. So, we're going to open this, and this is actually my 2013 Worlds reconstruction. It's not fully blinged out, but it's about as blinged out as I can really afford to be right now. So, we have 4 copies. Oh, these are so beautiful. Of the full art Plasma Genesect. The blue on this card, the camera doesn't do it justice. This camera's terrible, but it's a very, very pretty card. One of my favorite cards ever printed in the history of the game. And I really like this deck. I actually played this deck back in the day. I didn't really know competitive Pokemon, but I pulled a bunch of Virizion EXs and Genesect, so I was unknowingly playing one of the best decks in format, using Sharon as my draw supporter. If you know that, then you probably are shaking your head. 4 copies of Virizion EX. I prefer the regular one actually to the full art, but I play the full art one in my other deck since I have it anyway, though I may change my mind someday. 1 copy of Jirachi EX full art. I actually pulled this back in the day too. Plasma Blast is one of my absolute favorite sets. I own almost every ultra rare. I think I'm only missing Palkia from the set, so this is another one that I just actually had on hand before building, so it helped me convince to actually build it, because it's like a $10 card. Probably more now. Got a Mr. Mime reverse that's protected your bench back in the day. 4 copies of Juniper reverse. This is my favorite art of Juniper, other than the full art trainer. I do not own any of those though. 4 copies of N. Again, my favorite art that aren't full art trainers. This one is the League promo, where he's standing in front of the Pokemon League. This is the only non-blinged out card in the deck, Colress. The blinged out version's like $6, so pass on that. I do have a full art, but it's being used in another deck, so sorry. 4 copies of Skyla, again, about as blinged out as I can be without using actual full arts. The League promo version here. We have 2 Shadow Triads. These Plasma reverses are really nice with the full reverse effect, kind of like the Heart Gold Silver, Diamond and Pearl era cards. The Diamond and Pearl era cards were very glaring and very prone to getting scratched in the pack, so those don't always look the best. Have 4 Ultra Ball reverses, the Dark Explorers, and one of them is actually Plasma Blast. That kind of bothers me now. Have the League promo Professor's Letter. We have the black and white. I very specifically wanted black and white reverse holos of these energy switches. A very interesting thing in the black and white era. For the first set, they had the full reverse effect, but they switched it to the type symbols shortly after. By type symbols, of course, in a lot of the trainer cards that meant Pokeballs. Have 2 League Promo Enhanced Hammers. Have 2 of the reverse Tool Scrappers. I know we have a secret rare now, but I like this old reverse. This has the Pokeball effect, like I was talking about on the bottom. Have a Culver's Machine reverse. A reverse Town Map. A reverse Super Rod. Maybe I should go and get the Hollow one instead from Dragon Vault, but for now, reverse Super Rod. Have 3 of the Muscle Band promos, and we have 3 Skyro Bridge and 1 G-Booster. G-Booster is the reason the deck was really good, because doing 200 back then was incredible. These aren't all the same energy, but they're all League promo at least. Some of them are not as shiny as the others, but those, and then 4 reverse holo plasma energy. So I'm very proud that I own this deck. It's probably one of my favorite things that I've done as a collector since I started. And I plan to do more decks like that in the future. Probably not as blinged out. But the problem is, from this era, the black and white era, computer search. I don't have it. It's expensive. Where do I start? Because I have basically everything else for a lot of the decks back then, but just not computer search, so I'll figure it out one day. Anyway, on to the next part. Alrighty, so the last binder we have to show is the main binder. Now this has, I mean, I like the level X's a lot too, and like the legend cards, but this has most of my favorite cards in it, along with just sections of cool, unusual cards. So this is probably my favorite one of all the binders. Well, definitely my favorite. This is the front page. Well, I mean, it's kind of an explosive start, so we're going to set it like that. As you can see, it's got 2 rows of full arts, one of them Japanese, one of them English, before it spiked to like 50 bucks. We have the gold Reshiram and Zekrom, and surrounding it are the Whimsicots, all in Japanese. And this is a really cool toy promo at the bottom left, and a Latias EX full art. I'm a big fan of this one as well, even if it wasn't always the best. So, moving on, we have my black and white full arts page. I'm still working on the random promo full arts, but this is at least the 9 that they released at the very beginning. Finally have that completed. Posted about that the other day on Twitter, if this is where you're watching the video from. We have bunch of just random cool cards over here. The Mewtwo EX full art, Reshiram EX full art, Shiny Espeon, that's like a $100 card at the time of this recording. Got 2 of the Reshiram and Zekrom full arts. Big fan of that one. We have the Coughing I spoke of earlier, which is pretty nice. That should be better quality there. We have this Alcremie. I'm going to take this out. This is incredible. I pulled this from my Korean box. And just, I mean, it's got a lot of print lines because it's a Korean card, but you can tell. Look at the texture. It's got all kinds of little cookies and candies on the texture all around the card, and Alcremie is just one of my favorite Pokemon in general, so that's always cool. Up top, I will never forgive the Japanese, or rather the Americans in this case. Japanese people get cool box topper promos for every set usually. This was the Cosmic Clip one, the 13th character rare that never came out over here, but I bought it. I'll never forgive them, though, because Unified Minds has a Chandelure that I really, really like that we never got, so I will never forgive the Japanese, to quote that famous line. Moving on, I have some kind of incomplete sections here. A lot of the stuff that is in here is actually in my deck, but we have the Shinies here, black and white era Shinies, and Secret Rares. These ones, I'm a big fan of the later ones. The Gardevoir is actually very expensive. Golurk is my favorite shiny Pokemon, so I had to pick up that one. Wish I could have pulled it back in the day. My luck with pulling things wasn't always on point, though. So there are those 4. I actually have some from the binder to show real quick, or from the decks that I took out. So we have Random Receiver, another one of the secret rare trainers from the Black and White era. 3 copies of the Rare Candy. I need to get the 4th, so I have a full set of these. These are my second favorite printing of Rare Candy, but my favorite one we never got in English. I'll never forgive the Japanese once again. We have the Execute, very, very good card. Probably need 4 of these, frankly, just because of how good they are, but they're very expensive. Have a Dusk Nor, very, very beautiful card. Very, very good card as well. Playing one of my decks. And that should be all for this small section. Oh, I actually have a card I forgot to show earlier. That doesn't really fit now, but a Delphox Break. Just randomly thrown in here. Sorry about that. There you go. And yeah, now we have the black and white full art trainers. I do have N, I actually have 3 copies of it. That is where N would go, is at the top left. This would be Skyla, do not own that. Then we'd get Colress, do own one of those. That'd be Professor Juniper, working on that, and then gets us an Iris at the bottom. Black and white full art trainers are probably my favorite of all of them. I like the texturing on them, and since we don't get the Japanese texturing, again, I'll never forgive the Japanese. Our full art trainers aren't as cool nowadays. They kind of half went with less texturing to be like the Japanese cards recently, but it's not the same, so I'd just rather they have full texturing if they're not going to do the cool texturing like the Japanese people. Regardless, black and white characters are my favorite. They're my favorite games of the Pokemon series. Here we have black and white era pre-release promos and some secret rares. We have the secret rare Pikachu and Meowth, which I pulled the Meowth. I got the Pikachu from our friend back in the day. This Battle City, it's not in great shape, but it's a promo from back in the day, so I figured I can throw it in here. And I'm only missing, out of all the black and white pre-release promos, this is Darmanitan from Black and White base. And right here would be the Arcanine? Yeah. I do really like all the black and white sets though. Actually, spare that, not all of them. Emerging Powers is bad, but otherwise, all the black and white sets are very good, so very cool getting all the promos. Again, the Plasma Era cards are so cool. That Porygon is very cool. Very, very good card. Moving on, we have a page full of Tag All-Stars Energy here. These are just the regular versions, but I opened 10 packs and got 1 of each energy, and then I got a secret rare Water, which will be coming up. So they're kind of cool. That's a nice little divider. We have the full shinies from Hidden Fates. Again, I took the Espeon out, and there's some in my decks as well, but, you know, you got Guzzlord, Lycanroc, Zygarde, and then 2 Kartanas, one of them being Japanese. Again, you can tell it's Japanese. It stands out way more compared to the English ones. So their texturing is still superior. And the ones I have in my deck are all in my metal deck, actually. I have 2 Metagross GXs. I guess I'll show that a little bit more. And the Scizor GX. I'm a big fan of Scizor. It does cost a lot though, so maybe I'll sell it one day. And finally, just a random shiny. Don't really know where to throw it in. I have the Tapu Koko promo shiny. Big fan of this card back when it was playable. Very, very good card. So, moving on over here, we have full art trainers. One of my favorite types. Basically the lifeline of the TCG for me nowadays. Along with just playing cool Pokemon decks that are just completely random. So I'm just going to kind of browse through these unless I have a story about any of them. I just kind of, a lot of them you'll see multiples of them just because I play in a deck or I pulled a lot of them. And some of them I'll buy more of later, like Ingo and Emmett, because it's a cool black and white character. We actually have the Copycat. I think did I have that on one of my first pages? Yeah, that was in the middle of the second page. I forgot to mention it. I have 2 copies of the Japanese Copycat. Copycat is one of my favorite full art sports of all time. A reprint of one of my favorite cards of all time, the Copycat from the Gen 2 and Gen 3 era. I have Lily's Full Force at like a $40 card now. As ridiculous as it sounds, being that it came out in Cosmic Eclipse. Lily's very popular, and I'm a big fan of Lily as well. So, don't know if I'll sell that. I have some more just full art trainers here. I have a beat up Karina. How you can see the bend there. Got it for $1 though, so I'm not going to complain. Some more, just a lot of them are Sun and Moon era. Sun and Moon made the ones a lot more accessible. And a lot of trades I would do with people back in the day. I'd just get a full art trainer if I didn't have it. I was trying to collect them at one point, but I stopped it. And now I just buy ones that I think are cool. So, no reason to collect them all, I suppose. Plus the Japanese people have like 40 ones that we don't, because I'll never forget the Japanese. Some more playable ones here with like Lusamine and Bridget and Teammates. Big fan of Teammates and Bridget. We have the Amazing Rares, didn't mean to show that yet, but there you go. That's what I have so far. If you're wondering why they're spaced out like they are, there's 9 in total once we get the 3 other ones from Japan. And there is actually 1 for each type right now. So I ordered them in the order of the typings in the TCG set, so I'll have a full page when I have them all. And we have the last of the Full Art supporters here. Maxi I got for like 50 cents, so it's another beat up one, but nice altogether. And another Sharon actually, bought that at a card shop a while ago. Now I actually have a lot of Full Art trainers I need to show from the decks, and I mean a lot of them. I like to bling out decks, and I like to especially bling out the Full Art supporters more than anything else in decks. So, yeah. We have to go through quite a bit of Full Art trainers that I have in decks. Starting off, we have Lysander. I think 3 of these, yep. Lysander's Full Art is really nice. Probably buy a 4th one just so I have the full set of 4. Very nice art by Ken Sugimori here, and I love the texture. Almost makes you forget how bad of a villain he was in the games. We have 3 copies of Gladion Full Art, another really good one. Big fan of that. 2 copies of Looker Full Art. I like this one quite a bit. Drawing 3 from the bottom of your deck may not seem good, but when paired with a Rangaroo from Ultra Prism, which is now banned and expanded, but I still play it because I want to. It's a good card. Not anymore though, now that he's banned, but I'll still use it. 2 Skylas, probably need 4 of these. These are very nice. Also need to get the Black and White era Skyla, which is, in my opinion, the superior one. Other people like this one more. We have 4 full copies of Guzma. Big fan of this Full Art. Absolutely love it. Probably even want more than 4, frankly, but I like having a full set of 4. So, like, if I were to play in that era, build a specific deck to face someone like a retro deck, I would be able to bling out my Full Art supporters at least. 2 English copycats. Probably need 4 of these, but for now, 2. This is actually the one I have the most of. Actually, I think I have the tied amount of Team Rocket's handiwork, but 5 Lily Full Arts. I guess I'll show the one in the back up front because the other ones are in sleeves that kind of reduce the texturing. So there's one that has more texture showing. Big fan of Lily again. I think I said that earlier. 1 copy of the N Full Art from the X and Y promos. Not as big of a fan of probably my favorite Full Art trainer of all time. The original N Full Art. No like texture on this one, but it's just got that classic Black and White era Full Art texture from the first 3 sets. It's like nice gritty look, and it's such a cool looking card. Like I said, probably one of my favorite cards ever printed. Again, Ken Sugimori does not miss with his Full Art artwork. Next we have 3 Bridget Full Arts. Again, I'm a big fan of this. Probably the best supporter search we have in the game and expanded. 2 Teammates. Probably need to buy another one of these so I can have a full set of 4. We have 1 Mina. A lot of these ones coming up are 1-ofs. Big fan of this one. My fairy deck. 1 Marnie. Very expensive. Big fan. 1 copy of Diantha. Good texture. Forgettable character though, but good in the fairy deck again. 2 copies of Jasmine. I like this one quite a bit. Probably need 2 more. Jasmine's one of my favorite characters, and this is a good card in general. Have 1 Pokemon Breeder. People wonder why I play this card. It's a healing deck, and it's kind of funny. So, that's why. Have 1 copy of Professor Kukui. This one's a bit beat up. Bought it for like $1, but you know, whatever. Ooh, this is a good Full Art trainer coming up. Oh, one of my favorites, Full Art Welder. I need 5 of these. I only have 1 though. They're very expensive. Very attractive character on there though. I want them because it's a good card and because it's a very pretty card. 1 copy of Mallow. Probably want 2 of these, frankly. They're Not very good, but in the deck I played it and it makes sense. We have one copy of Green's Exploration. Big fan of this one. Probably need more of those too. One copy of Colress. Like I said, Black and White era cards. Do not miss. Beautiful. One copy of Blacksmith. Big fan of this one. Like that he has an Embor. Embor is pretty cool. Not my favorite starter, but up there. One copy of Underground Expedition. Big fan that they made a full art of this one. Probably need more of those. One copy of Judge. Not very good nowadays, but makes sense in the deck I played in. One copy of Tate and Liza. Pretty neat looking card, even if I don't like the characters. Two copies of Volkner. Got these ones that rotated because Volkner is very cool, and it's a good card. One copy of Winona. I know we saw that earlier in the binder, but big fan of this card. One copy of Team Rocket's Handiwork here. That's my 5th copy in total because I had 4 in the binder. One copy of Kahili. Big fan of this. I actually pulled this from a pack. Very pretty looking card. One copy of Mars. Very off-cut, but another very pretty card. I like seeing cards that are from the Gen 4 and 5 era of like during the Sun and Moon era, they did a lot of that. Like throwback full arts. A lot of the Gen 4 and 5 ones were really good. One copy of Lusamine full art. Actually, this is a different texturing because this is actually pulled from one of the very recent prints of Ultra Prism, so it has the new texturings now. Big fan that I actually pulled that card though. I really wanted it. One copy of Janine. Kind of random card, but whatever. It's cool. One copy of Lysander's Trump card. Yes, I play this in a deck. Yes, it is funny. No, the deck is not good to abuse it. Frankly, that's the thing with a lot of banned cards, that people abuse them. They're fine in their own vacuum, but people abuse them. Another Gen 4 card I really like. One copy of Gardenia. I'll be making a cut now. That's the rest of my full art trainers. Like I said, this is just, I use all these in a deck, so lots of them there. We'll be moving on to the rest of the binder. Alrighty, just had to come up with myself stuff like that. Secret Rares, fun stuff. We got 2 Rainbow Rare GXs up there. I should probably just put the GXs, but they're there for now. 3 Secret Rare Dive Balls. I really need a 4th one of those. There's an Amazing Rare, but it's Korean. Probably need to put it with the Amazing Rare still, but whatever. Judge Whistle, Max Potion, and Energy Retrieval. These are some just rejected decks over here. Cards I used to have in decks, but now I don't. That's why they're 4-ofs. 4 of Draw Energy, 4 of Missing Clover Secret Rare, and 1 Big Charm. Big Charm got obsolete real fast, unfortunately. 1 Choice Band, 1 Warp Energy, and I actually pulled both of these unit energies from Ultra Prism. Again, great set. Just some random secret rares over here. Pulled this back in the day, very proud of that. Time Space Distortion. We have the Scry Bagon. No idea what that is. I think it's like a magazine promo or something. Either way, I've had it a long time. Still have it. Ancient Mew. Terrible condition, but beautiful card. We have a Lily Championship promo. Big fan of Lily, like I already said. Have the Moltres promo. Used to have all 3 of these. Not anymore. But at least I have Moltres. The Electabuzz Secret Rare from Platinum. And that Water Energy that I mentioned before. Not managed before. Oh boy. Things are falling over now. Alrighty. Yeah, the counterweight stopped working because it got heavy on one side. Here we just kind of have some Rotom cards. Some of the Secret Rare Rotom stuff from the Rising Rivals set. I still need a lot of these, but I'll finish it probably in the next year, because I'm a big fan of that. And there is a just random Rotom Holo. It may seem random at first, but this is actually, this isn't my original copy, but my first ever Holo I pulled was a Rotom Holo, this one exactly. Not this copy exactly, but this card. This is absolutely beautiful over here. The Sinnoh era shinies. Definitely want to finish these, but a lot of them are very expensive, so I'd have to buy bad copies, but probably will anyway. They're very underrated cards, though. Just some random stuff in the back of this binder. We have the Jirachi from Shining Legends, Japanese Jirachi. We have Japanese Rosa. Have 2 more of those, but they're in decks because I can't afford the English copies. And Jamming Net, Flare Gear. I remember I showed a Headringer earlier, just kind of randomly. There's the opposite one, and I think that might be all. Yep, that's all for this binder. So, next I'll be moving on actually to my sealed collection and then the Celebi collection. Been a long video. One more thing though, actually, before I make the cut. I forgot to show my secret rares from my deck. Some secret rare items again. Like to bling out decks. We're just going to move the binder away so we have a nice backdrop of just my dirty binder. I clean it once every 3 weeks, sorry. So, have a U-turn board. Again, these, I'm not a big fan of the late Sun and Moon cards because they got rid of the texturing, so it just looks weird. Doesn't shine as much when you're like this. Kind of lame. But it's a good card. Big fan of the card itself. Lana's Fishing Rod again. I'm just going to compare this real quick. This is a late Sun and Moon texturing right here. Here's the early one. See how much more dynamic that is? These are in the same sleeve, so compare them as you will. I like the one on the left more. Field Blower Secret Rare though. We have the Sword and Shield era Secret Rares. I only own like 2 of these, but Scoop Up Net. We have 2 Giant Hearths. Big fan of this. Probably need a 3rd for my Fire deck, but I like the Secret Rare Stadiums just because they're kind of stupid. I kind of meme on them because they're just a big golden card. There's nothing special about them, but I like them in the end. We have Fire Crystal for the Fire deck. Would like 3 more of these so I can have a full 4 set, but probably never. 2 Trainer's Mail. Definitely plan on getting 2 of these so I can have a full 4 set. This is a very good card back in the day, and I think still an expanded. We have 2 Spell Tags. Big fan of this card. Secret Rare is just alright, but whatever. A lot of the Sun and Moon Secret Rares aren't as good because they made them like really full art Secret Rare cards, and I prefer the black and white era stuff where it's like contained in the image, but just really golden. That looks nice. Not a big fan of the full art ones, but they're still fine. Got a Metal Goggles Secret Rare. We have Mount Coronet, another big kind of stupid meme card, but whatever. 3 copies of Metal Frying Pan Secret Rare. Probably just need a 4th to round out my big old pan set. It's kind of a funny card, but actually really, really good. Here's a nice one. Oh, 4 nice ones. 4 copies of Versus Seeker Secret Rare. Not my favorite printing of Versus Seeker, but my favorite printing that I currently own. If I really were to own my favorite printings, it would be the Reverse Hollow from Supreme Victors. Got another Field Blower. Meant to put that with the other one, but whatever. We have an Enhanced Hammer. There is an Ordinary Rod. These Sword and Shield ones are alright with the gleam. It's kind of cool. Don't like them as much as the black and white era ones still. 3 should be 4, but 1's in the mail. So 3 Rescue Stretcher Secret Rares. Like I said, I'll get a 4th one because I like having a playset of the cards like bling out. That way, if I were to play a deck from the era, I can bling them out full 4 of, need be. Finally, 4 full copies of Lily's Pokédoll Secret Rare. As I'm gonna make my opponent hate me, I might as well at least do it while shining brilliantly with my Secret Rare dolls. That card's broken. Absolutely filthy card, but I love it. Next, I'll be going on to my sealed collection. This will be a little bit more of an arduous task, but we'll get it done. Alrighty, so only have a few things to show here. I'm going to show a few things real quick on the screen, though, being the Jirachi GX box, if I remember, and the Magearna collection. These were kind of too big to move over, so I didn't. Along with the League Academy something. I don't know, Battle Academy Pokemon set. I'll put it on screen if I remember. And I also have 3 Hidden Fates boxes from Walmart that I'm saving, so hopefully I remember to put them on screen. Probably not. Let's be realistic, the video's gonna be like an hour long. So the only really big things I have to show here like big in size, are these League Battle decks. I may crack these eventually because I'm really tempted. They're very good for playing online, and I kind of want to play online, but for now I just keep them sealed because when I ordered them, by the time I actually got them, because another product had to release for them to be shipped, I ordered them with other stuff, that they kind of lost their luster, so I just kind of kept them sealed. For now, at least. I do have one of these Ultra Prism things. I only started collecting sealed things this year, so it's not really impressive, and I still open most of the stuff, but I like these little hanger blisters they've been doing, so got an Ultra Prism one. Now we have my sealed pack collection. Again, not very impressive, but these are the ones that are non-Celebi. I mean, all the stuff in the sealed collection is non-Celebi. I'll be showing the Celebi stuff afterward. I keep them in mystery power boxes as kind of a little fun toss-up to the, you get packs in there and you get a mystery pack. Though these boxes are getting pretty worn out, so maybe I'll have to get a new mystery power box if they ever come back. So this is the bad one first that we're gonna do. Starting out, we have, I believe it's 8 of these. No, yeah, it's 8. No, 9 of these Japanese Altered Genesis packs. Rest in peace to these. They got sent in the mail. They got lost for like 6 months. I got a refund. They eventually arrived, but they were completely destroyed by water. Japanese packers are very notorious nowadays. They really save money. They don't really even use top loaders. They kind of use cardboard, and I don't know how I feel about that. I always, as just a standard business, I wrap my things in like top loaders and team bags, stuff like that would prevent water damage. But they, I guess, don't think the same way about card chipping over there. So those got ruined, unfortunately. Big tragedy. Big tragedy. We have 3 out of the 4 of the Dollar General Unified Minds. Opened one of them. Whoops. Was trying to see if my scale worked. It did not. So we have these Ultra Prism ones. Again, Dollar General. I like that they have the long stem on top. It makes them a little cooler than Dollar Tree, which is why I keep these. I may eventually start just buying Dollar Tree though, because I mean I can buy a full set of them for $4, and that's kind of cool to have the collection of them. That's all that's in this mystery power box. This mystery power box is just the kind of just whatever. I only have 2 packs that are really, really worth mentioning, but might as well show off my pack collection while I'm here. So this one is a little bit better. The cards that are inside, or the packs that are inside. Ooh, grab one. These are more full packs. Actually not like Dollar Tree, not Japanese. These are like actually full English packs. So, got one Steam Siege one right here. I just, a lot of times I'll save sets that I don't really need to open if I get them in like a Pokemon sealed product. I think we have full 4. These are Primal Clash era stuff. I got this at a card shop. Really like these guys. They still had Ultra Prism for some reason, so I picked it up. Another Steam Siege here. We have Random Fates Collide pack. Full 4 of Ultra Prism. Save these because Ultra Prism is one of my favorite sets. We have a full 4 of Crimson Invasion. Not because I like it or anything, but because they put Crimson Invasion in a lot of stuff recently, and the set's not worth opening. So I'm going to put those away real quick, and we'll get on to the 2 packs that are actually worth mentioning, both of which I actually pulled in mystery power boxes. Those tend to either treat me completely horribly, or I'll get really nice stuff. And in the cases of these ones, both had horrible pack openings, but it was worth it because cool old pack. One of them is much older than the other, but I still like the one. So starting off, from the year, I believe, 2008, Diamond and Pearl Stormfront. Very good set. Was super excited when I pulled this. This is kind of the expected pack to get out of those ones that they were sending out at the time. Like, if you bought this, the 1 in 5 chance I heard that like 90% of them were Stormfront, so not super like random or anything, but very, very happy I got it anyway. And the main pack, that's really cool, I got from Mystery Power Box. I couldn't believe it. Like, it's not even English, but it's awesome. Chinese Unlimited Base Set Booster Pack that I got from Mystery Power Box. No, I will never open it. Just kind of keeping it sealed. It's really cool, so I figure, why not? We'll keep it sealed. That basically wraps up most of my sealed collection, though. Again, the stuff I didn't show on camera, hopefully I showed on screen with video editing magic, but let's move on to the Celebi collection, which I'll actually be moving the camera with me. Alrighty, so, room's a mess, ignore that. Oh, I still have more stuff in my sealed collection I didn't show. I guess I didn't show my theme decks. I have some Diamond and Pearl Era theme decks I've been collecting up. Let's get rid of my Sense stuff. So, Diamond and Pearl Era theme decks are very cool. They used to have the actual like full art on the front of them. Have a bunch of them there. Not really going to go over them too much, but they're very cool. And a random Empoleon deck from just some gas points that I had. So, actually, we can kind of show those ones at the very top. Ones I didn't show on camera. So, you didn't see the Celebi collection. There's the Battle Academy. So I won't show them on screen. Sorry, editing me. We have the Magearna collection. Jirachi one's kind of in the back. I'm not even going to try to do that. Got my Elisa figure there too. Just in case you were wondering what that was. We have 3 of the Hidden Fates boxes that I saved. I like those quite a bit. That's really loud. So, hate kind of doing this weird camera angle, but we're doing it. Celebi collection. I'll be doing like the single cards at the end, but the stuff that's notable here that I won't be moving is we have some plushies. Have the Cosmic Eclipse 3-pack blister, EX Hidden Legends 2004 theme deck, Celebi. Have the Celebi V Korean deck, the Mythical collection. This tin isn't sealed, neither the box, but there's still Celebi on there, so I saved it. We have the Vivid Voltage Celebi pack with the Celebi inside as well. I checked. I have good eyes for that. We have both Japanese and Korean Legendary Heartbeat packs with Celebi on them. We have the Lost Thunder regular and the Lost Thunder Dollar Tree Celebi pack. And we have the Team Up regular Celebi Venusaur and the Team Up Dollar Tree Celebi Venusaur pack. That's basically it for the packs. For the promos, there is, or not the promos, just the cards that are standing up that I'm not going to move. We have Shining Celebi, very nice card, but not in great condition. Still got it for like 20 bucks, so it was worth it. Gonna see if we can scoot that over. Japanese, Shining Celebi from Shining Legends. Or promo, technically, but in Japan it wasn't a promo. We have the Amazing Rare Japanese Celebi. Gonna scoot back out again. Koro PSA 7. Just bought this for 15 bucks. That was worth it. I have one of my favorite Celebis ever. Is this just this really cool. I can actually move this. There we go. It's really cool Celebi Hollow that we got it as a non-hollow in English, but it's a very, very pretty card. So you can just set that down. And then my prize piece of my collection is my Celebi Gold Star that I pulled way back when. So I'm going to take the rest of the stuff. I might as well take the Celebi Gold Star for a closer look too. And we'll bring it over to the computer. Alrighty, so back in the regular setup, I got a few other graded cards. Nothing special, I just grade with GMA because it's really cheap, so I believe their website is gmagrading.com. Before the pandemic, they were like $3 per card, so got a Celebi, or not Celebi, oh, I'm stupid, Lana, very off-cut right here, but that's kind of what makes it nice. I like Lana a lot as a character too, but it's funny that it's very off-cut. We have a Raikou. This one I actually pulled myself. Raikou Skyridge Hollow. Back in the day, I was leaving a card shop, the same one I got the Primal Clash stuff for back in like 2011, and my stepdad saw 2 Skyridge packs going for $2 a piece, and he picked them up for me. Just a little gift. Now, some of you may be clutching your throats and like breathing heavily now, like I am, because Skyridge packs are now like $800 a piece, not $2. I opened both of them. Unfortunately, I should have probably kept them sealed, but I didn't keep anything sealed back then. But I did pull a Hollow Raikou. My other rare was a Nidoqueen. I don't have that anymore though, but this Hollow Raikou is very nice. I think it has a Hollow Swirl. I know a lot of people really like Hollow Swirls, so you can see it down below his legs. This is one of my favorite cards in my collection, definitely. We're going to show the Celebi Blast, the EX Crystal Guardian Celebi Gold Star. We have this Pikachu promo. This is worth like 80 bucks, I guess, so I put it in a thick top loader and kept it sealed for now. My recent insane addition to my collection, but probably not for too long because I want to eventually sell it, is Charizard V Shiny. Like a $500 card, $450-ish right now. I think it went down a little bit. Now let's do the Celebi collection. I know it's been sitting there. You've probably all been like, okay, just get on with it already. Yes, sorry. Got a lot of stuff in my collection. So, this is, I think, chronologically ordered. Some of them don't have top loaders because I ran out of top loaders to ship stuff, so I had to take them out. Here we have the Celebi from Neo Revelation, was it? Something like that. Just the English Hollow. Probably need more of these. They're really nice. Have the non-hollow version of the Japanese one I showed before. In English, this is all we got. We have a Japanese, I think this was Times Magazine promo or something like that. I don't know all of them offhand from memory. Pokemon Forever Celebi here. Have Dark Celebi, both hollow and reverse hollow. The reverse hollows from EX Hidden Legends are absolutely wonderful, even better than the hollows because they have all the type symbols, and even they have the type symbols below in the bottom half of the card right there, and type symbols inside type symbols. Wow. This is an absolutely destroyed card. I like this one though because as a story you can see, look at how destroyed that is. A seller on TCG Player tried to sell this to me as near mint, or was it lightly played? Regardless, this is neither. This is damaged beyond belief. So I was able to get a full refund when TCG Player actually had to step in because they refused to acknowledge that a card that looks like it got ran over 3 times was not a good condition one. Regardless, I do own a good condition Celebi EX and a good condition non-hollow Celebi EX. These are, one of them's a promo I think, and the other one's just if you pulled it from the pop pack you get a non-hollow. It's kind of weird. We have another English print. This is, I don't know why they reused this art, but they did. It's good art regardless. They reused the Forever promo art to make just a hollow promo, Nintendo promo one. I have 2 of these. These are, was it like Poke Park that opened up in Japan? Very cool cards, so I ordered 2 of them. Also have the green top loader, kind of a cool highlight that I just stumbled upon. We have both the regular hollow and the reverse hollow of the Celebi from Mysterious Treasures. Both are neither in great condition, but I love this artwork. Wish I had more of those. This is I think 10th anniversary, no, 15th anniversary was it? Where they did a bunch of just like cool mythical and legendary hollows. This one doesn't have an amazing art, but the hollow's really nice, so had to buy that. I do have one of the Celebi Energies. I do not have the hollow Call of Legends one, unfortunately. As much as it stinks, you can't pull them regularly in Call of Legends, but you can pull them in the reverse hollow slot. Kind of an odd thing. We have the hollow and reverse hollow Celebi from Triumphant. Big fan of this one. If you can kind of see on the artwork, there's kind of like little divided pieces that make it look like it's a map behind it. I don't know. And it has a swirl. We have 3 in total. One of them doesn't have a top loader. You're going to see that more now as we get to the newer ones. Indigo Plateau. I really like Indigo Plateau, and the reason it's in the Celebi collection is because Celebi is right there. Seems stupid to some people, but I like it to keep in the Celebi collection. Now you saw I had a Celebi Prime earlier. It was in terrible condition. Here are good ones. This one I got in the 2-cent bin, amazingly. And Celebi Prime is actually in good condition on the left. Here's the League promo, not the regular reverse holofoil, of the Call of Legends Celebi Energy. Call of Legends one is on my bucket list to get. It's like the only one I'm missing from Gen 4 era Celebis. There's not a lot of Japanese ones from that era either, so nice. Now we have 2 Celebi EXs. Big fan of this one. I actually pulled one of them. Don't remember which one. Probably whichever one's in worse condition, because it was a long time ago. Celebi EX Fuller. Got this one a trade. Another very beautiful card. Big fan of that. Here's the Celebi. I don't know what kind of promo this was. I think it was a blister promo. Yeah, it was. And I need to buy this blister still for my Celebi collection, but not for now. I don't own it yet. So you saw this one earlier in the binder, but I actually have a Japanese and an English version. Japanese is better, of Celebi XY111, but the Japanese version is way better. Like, even the artwork, it stands out way more. Big fan of that. Got that actually from Jordan Japan on his eBay page. He also has an eBay page now, where he sells remnants of his collection. Both the English and Japanese version, again, Japanese is better, of this Celebi. This is actually a Komiya art, probably one of my favorite Komiya arts because it's Celebi. We have the English Shining Celebi. I know I showed the Japanese one earlier. There's the English one there. Here is 3 copies of Celebi Prism Star, none of them in top loaders because these are the first ones I would take out. The art is fine on these. One of them's completely demolished, but I got it for 2 cents because I go to a local card store that has a 2-cent bin with loved cards, they call them. Probably need to buy the Japanese version of this before it goes too far up in price. Okay, we're getting to the somewhat end. I do not have the Rainbow Rare, but I do have the regular and full art of Celebi Venusaur, along with the promo version. We'll be getting that sealed tin hopefully sometime soon. Do have Japanese and English and reverse holo in English of the Celebi from Unified Minds. I like the Japanese one better, of course, because Japanese holos are so much better. So the next Celebi, here's one of them. Nothing really special about it, it's just a blister promo. I own the blister sealed though. But I saw a sale online. These people on TCG Player were selling Celebi like this for 10 cents a piece, and they had 10 of them, so guess who bought all of them? It was $1 well spent is all I can say. Alrighty then, last in this stack of Celebi, this is onto the Gold Star next, is just this V card. Nothing special about it, but it's fine. And the last thing I'll be showing off in this video, finally, it's over, is my okay condition Celebi Gold Star. Just got it graded by GMA because PSA's rates are outrageous. Such a beautiful card though. This is my favorite card I own by far. I did actually pull this. This is what started the Celebi collection back in like 2011, when you could actually still find EX era packs, unlike nowadays, where EX era packs are going to cost you a paycheck and a half to get. Very pretty card though. Not many people can say they've pulled a Gold Star nowadays, and they're definitely underappreciated. They're going down in value, frankly, recently, just because of all the Charizard hype. People kind of forget about what the real rare cards are, and this is one of the best of them if you ask me. So anyway, that wraps up my collection video. It took way too long to go through all of it. I'm going to spend practically half of tomorrow just putting everything away, but whatever. LC Gatsu, you did this to me, man. If you're still watching, probably not, but whatever. I guess thank you, LC Gatsu. Maybe one day I'll go through it again and I'll look back on how much my collection's grown. Anyway, thank you.